We got 34 lots, and they're getting $550 per month in lot rent. $18,700 gross. We want to times that by 12. All right, now we're at $224,400. Okay, is our gross operating income for the year. So remember, we want to make sure we times that number by our expense ratio. Now on this park, it's all lot rent. So that said, they don't bill back for the water and trash. And so in this situation, I'm probably gonna go 40% expenses. It's probably more than that, but you know, we'll go with 40%, which would be, so I'm gonna times this by 40.40 or 40% expenses. And that's gonna give us 134,000, roughly $134,000 in net operating income. All right, so $134,000 in net operating income is what you would take home. If you paid cash for the deal, you had no debt service, this is what you would take home. What they want to sell it at is $2.24 million. Seems that's kind of where brokers are stuck right now. Okay, so let's just do the math on this really quickly, okay? If I were to get debt today on this, and I had to put 35% down payment, all right? So our debt service would be 1.456. That would be our debt, okay? We're looking at about 7.5% interest right now for a 25-year term. For a 25-year AM, just interest only, that's gonna come out to $108,000 per year, just in debt service. All right, so now I'm gonna take this number and I'm gonna subtract it by our NOI, and that's gonna give me cash flow. Doesn't look great. That's $26,000 a year in cash flow. All right, that's not a lot of room there to make a lot of mistakes. So now we're at $26,000 a year in cash flow. Purchase price they wanted to list it at was $2.24 million, right? We're gonna put 35% down. So 35% down is actually gonna be $784,000 of our down payment, okay? So after debt service, right, we have $1.456 million, this number here, in debt, all right? That's the debt service we're getting from a bank. Right now we're being quoted 7.5% interest rate, 25-year AM, okay? An interest only payment is gonna be $108,000 per year. Just interest only, no principal. They might work with you on that, okay? So if you're getting an interest only payment of $108,000 and you subtract that from your $134,000 NOI, you're only bringing home $26,000 a year in cash flow. And if you divide your cash flow number by your down payment number of $784,000, that's only a 3% cash on cash return, which in my opinion, that's what we call trash on trash. So that is horrible. And remember, that's not including adding capital expenditures, which you would probably need another $200,000 in just to ensure the park of this size is good. So you'd really be bringing $984,000 this year to the closing table. And so that 3% is now gonna be like 2, and that's just awful. Bad. That deal does not work. I'm not doing that deal. And we're gonna throw that deal aside and find something else.